People were complaining that the belt was out of sync with our new look. It's been done up. It's nice, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
It's not all.
Looks expensive. That's, yep.
Can't see me.
I wish I couldn't.
What? Some news. The Undertaker has taken a shot at WWE on Twitter. We have the real reason Asuka was pulled from her match with Shayna BASZLER. And WWE has held a meeting regarding the coronavirus. We'll talk about that in a little while. The Undertaker has kicked off on Twitter.
News has peaked, Tom. We can't beat. This is it. This is the best story that we've ever done. I love this so much.
Not true. Undertaker has a Nando's.
Oh yeah,
that's up there as well.
Yeah.
Peak news, absolutely though.
Wasn't headline material. This one is. Oh boy. Right. So WWE put out a gallery on WWE.com celebrating Women's History Month, and originally they left out a few fairly notable names. One of whom was Michelle McCool. So somebody got a bollocking essentially. Michelle complained on Instagram and her own Twitter, I think. And then they added Michelle McCool, Bull Nakano, and I think a few others. And so they reposted the article to their Twitter saying, hey, we've added Michelle McCool. And The Undertaker replied. Right, The Undertaker replied, too little, too late. Unbelievable.
I love the fact that The Undertaker tweets like everybody's dad on Twitter.
Because it's not him. There's no way.
Right, do you know what? I think it is.
No way.
I think it's
Michelle's nicked his phone.
Oh, you reckon?
Genuinely,
it's identity fraud.
Either she's nicked his phone, and normally I'm not one to go, oh yeah, it's definitely a hacking. Normally when wrestlers are bellends on Twitter, it's them and they've had a few too many. I think either she's nicked his phone, or they've got maybe a joint phone or something, and he's left himself logged in. He's not done the Switch account thing, or she's gone, Mark, they haven't put him a picture online. Mark, please, can you tweet something? This is so out of character. I mean, what else do you say about this?
I say now we all follow The Undertaker's Twitter, because I'm expecting stuff like tweets to Home Bargain saying, bought a lawnmower from you, broken within 2 months, unacceptable. Don't have a receipt but want my money back. I want just generic angry dad Twitter from The Undertaker going forward. I'm sure he put something on Instagram a while ago that made people go, what? There's a picture of Edge with his daughter going to school, and then there's The Undertaker putting precious memories. I was like, what are you doing, mate? You're not The Undertaker.
He must have a team doing this, because this is mental, isn't it? Why is he done? Yeah, okay, right, there you go. The Undertaker's taking shots at WWE.com. That's your story. That's your lead story.
Long may this be the beginning of The Undertaker on Twitter. Give it a big spin. What's next on the news? Who's ready for Asuka? Are you ready for Asuka?
Always.
I'm ready for Asuka. Shayna BASZLER was ready for Asuka on Monday, and then she wasn't because it didn't do it happen. And we understand it was because Shayna and Asuka was cancelled because of Asuka's wrist injury.
Well, that's what WWE reported.
Yeah.
However, that appears to not be the case. Thanks to our friend Alex McCarthy, Talk Sport. He's been told that Asuka is fine. She's all right. Don't worry about her. He goes on to add that she was pulled from the match for a storyline deal, and then goes on to speculate, essentially, maybe they realised that the match was worth saving. Obviously, both of those women are in the Elimination Chamber match on Sunday night. So,
what do you think? Do you agree with McCarthy's speculation forever here?
I hope he's right. I really hope he's right. Yeah, I think so, because out of all of the participants in the Elimination Chamber match, the Women's Elimination Chamber match on Sunday night, I feel like that's the interaction that I want to see the most.
Yeah.
And it's the only one that maybe even matters. No offense to Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan.
They're all getting battered into a fine powder by Shayna BASZLER.
Yeah, and then the stand-off. Asuka here is the final boss, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna get beaten. Of course she is.
But if anyone's gonna potentially play spoiler to Shayna BASZLER, it's gonna be Asuka. Mm-hmm. So why give that away as a one-on-one match and ruin any potential speculation for what could happen when Asuka meets BASZLER inside Elimination Chamber? Do it at the Chamber.
Who are you going to root for there? Because it's a bit of a weird one, actually, those final two. Yeah, I agree, BASZLER. It's heel versus heel. We don't get that very often.
I think Asuka will become possibly the de facto face.
Yeah, I agree.
Weird that I was talking upstairs, like sort of going into WrestleMania with Aiden, our news hound. Matthew called him that, so now it's canon. I can see the crowd turning Shayna not becoming a face, but the crowd cheering Shayna going into WrestleMania.
Because
I think the more that goes on, I think Becky Lynch is just becoming an arrogant champion. I think at WrestleMania it'll be Becky Lynch's hubris, and she'll get mowed down by Shayna as the crowd go wild.
I think I agree. You know what? Week in, week out, I'm finding Becky Lynch a little bit more annoying.
I think that's the point.
Do you reckon? I don't agree. I think when she's coming out with like the cool glasses and the crown stuff on Raw, I think they think, oh, she's badass. She doesn't give a damn. I think that's what they're going for. I don't think they want Becky to get booed. I think they want to sell lots of Becky merch. Becky's more easier to sell merch for than Shayna.
Yeah, but I do feel like the story could become like. Regardless of the crowd reaction, I do think the story will become Becky isn't taking Shayna seriously. As you say, she's coming out in costumes and larking about, and it will just be Shayna just destroys at WrestleMania. Becky goes away for a bit. I
hope so at this point. I think Becky could do with a little bit of time away.
Yeah, and you mentioned this yesterday in the news, and it's absolutely true, sir, in the sense that this does feel like a very predictable pay-per-view. It does very much feel like this is going to be Shayna's night. And you know what? It's predictable, but it's right.
Yeah, I agree.
It should be that way. So
I just feel like it doesn't need to happen. I wish Elimination Chamber would go away for a bit.
Oh,
no, I do. Move it later in the year. I like the big build-up to WrestleMania.
2 miles of chain and 10 tons of solid steel.
It sure is. That's very heavy.
Designed
very
to punish
heavy.
the human body.
Yeah, because they lift the chamber, the wrestlers do, so that's a really relevant statistic.
Right back 1-1. So a potential return to Saudi Arabia has been shot down by the WWE. It's definitely happening, but not on the date that was suggested. Don't you stress, there will most definitely be more ridiculousness in Saudi Arabia, but not on the intended date of... Tell us the intended date.
The intended date? The day before my birthday, Thursday the 20th of August. However, that's been shot down because it's really bloody hot. And it's close to SummerSlam. But more importantly, it's really bloody hot. When's SummerSlam this year? Sometimes it is on my birthday. It's been on the 23rd,
I believe it's Sunday the 23rd, I think so.
No, Sunday the 21st it'll be. Not the 21st, 21st, 22nd, 23rd.
Sunday 24th.
24th. Yeah.
It's around then.
Holy crap.
We are the best at the maths. Potentially around then, there would have been a Saudi Arabia show, potentially in Jeddah. But I love the fact that it was even humoured. When, like, in the summer in Saudi Arabia, it gets up to 120 degrees.
Fahrenheit, that is, by the way.
Still hot.
It's still very hot.
Still hot AF.
What's that in Celsius, Tom? I'm going to put you on the spot now.
So we don't know when they're going back. Yes. So we don't know when they're going back to Saudi Arabia, but presumably,
they'll go back.
Of course they will. I reckon it'll be around. I reckon they'll keep doing like February and around October time.
Yeah,
they seem to be cooler climates, and normally when there's a quarterly report coming up and they need to make some ducats, they'll get involved there.
Although I do like the idea of Brock Lesnar sweating in the 120-degree heat.
Brock Lesnar versus Shane McMahon.
Oh my God, just a sweat off.
You drown. Lee Evans on commentary. You drown. And finally, what would it be coming? Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Belt fell over.
You can see the mechanics here.
It's ruined. You saw nothing. You saw nothing.
Of course you own a fidget spinner. I bet you play with that every pissing night, don't you?
Not even a main one. And finally, what with coronavirus becoming now a worldwide outbreak, WWE have had a meeting regarding it, haven't they?
Yeah, various other news websites reporting this as WrestleMania almost definitely cancelled. That's not what's happening here. So they've held a meeting regarding coronavirus. It's spread, of course, to North America. And there was a case reported in the Tampa Bay area, which is, of course, where WrestleMania is happening. So they are talking about this because obviously it's just a big gathering of people. It's already caused the cancellation of New Japan's 48th anniversary event as well. It's important to mention. And the New Japan Cup also cancelled. The meeting apparently has been pretty ordinary. There's not really any talk about relocation or cancellation at this point. However, they are saying that they're going to do their best to limit interaction between fans and the wrestlers themselves. So don't expect Titus O'Neil to go to the front row and start kissing kids again.
Fair enough.
Don't expect Titus O'Neil to be on WrestleMania, more importantly.
Yeah, I think that'd be a bigger shock than anything.
It was his kid, by the way. So yeah, they're trying to take measures, but there's no talk about cancellation currently.
Incidentally, the health service have said that the best thing to do at the moment is to wash your hands, which I hope we're all doing anyway.
Hand soap, not hand soap, hand sanitizer. £8 a bottle on Amazon. It's sold out bloody everywhere.
Supply and demand, mate.
Yeah, no, of course, but come on. There's a virus.
Mine off me?
You can make your own, apparently.
Oh.
Bit of aloe vera, bit of rubbing alcohol. Don't use vodka because it's not strong enough. It needs to be 60% at least. And now this is Art Attack, where we're just going to tell you how to make and do things. Oh, I'd love to do that. Let's get
Coming up.
Tracy Island. Bloody get the sticky back plastic out.
It's the head here. Here's how you make a spinner belt.
So there you go. I was really worried when you started getting poorly, by the way, because
Were you?
your mind immediately jumps to it. And now I've got my throat starting to get sore, and I don't want. Oh, piss off! If I've got it from anywhere, it's you. Come back.
Not coming back, mate.
Come back.
Standing over here with my belt.
Pathetic. Spinning it off camera. Thanks for watching the news.